accessible parking is causing concern in the city.
Because I don't think people realize how vital accessible spaces are.
Santa Claus paid a visit to Churchill Square.
The Bev-Facey Falcons fly over the Notre Dame Cougars.
Hello and welcome to Second Edition News. The city says drivers who use accessible parking stalls without a permit are putting fellow Edmontonians at risk.
The issue has sparked an awareness week in Edmonton to help prevent this. Parking stalls are necessary for those people with reduced mobility, and the city says with the winter creeping in, these stalls are sometimes taken up by citizens running errands quickly, leaving less room for those that actually need the spot.
Because I don't think people realize how vital accessible spaces are for people that need them. For a variety of reasons, people need them, and sometimes people will park there just for a quick second or to wait to pick somebody up, and in the meantime, somebody that really needs a spot comes in and is sort of forced to go find another spot that's smaller, potentially, farther away.
Vehicles parked in accessible parking stalls without a valid permit will be subject to a $250 fine and have their vehicles towed or impounded.
Biking in Edmonton just got a little safer with the introduction of the city's first bike-controlled crossing. Edmonton has added a bike detection light to make cycling even more convenient. The crossing, which is the first of its kind in the city, is located at 136th Street and 102nd Avenue. 102nd Ave is a major bike route that has seen several upgrades geared towards cyclists recently. The crossing uses magnets to detect a bike and change the light so the cyclist can cross safely. Color-coded stripes have also been added to crosswalks along 102nd Ave to differentiate between pedestrian, bicycle, and mixed usage. The city also plans to build a wall in 2017 to separate cars from bikes along the route.
Estefania Cortez Vargas, one of the first 3 LGBTQ MLAs in the province, helped raise the pride flag to commemorate a day of trans remembrance on Sunday.
For some of us, that violence and hatred feel far too close to home.
This is the second year the flag has been raised at the legislature to honor the memory of trans people who have been murdered worldwide. The ceremony is held in the hopes of shedding light on this issue.
It is so incredibly hard to get real statistics on trans murders because a lot of the murders are recorded under the person's original birth name.
The flag was also raised outside of the McDougall Centre, which is a provincial government building in Calgary.
A local Edmonton company is teaming up with IKEA to help children in need. Earth Group is a small Edmonton company that has recently teamed up with IKEA to fight hunger. While shopping, customers can purchase a completely landfill-safe, biodegradable bottle of water, and all proceeds will go towards funding school meal programs for third world countries.
Emails that basically said you have to meet our standards, and executives from IKEA would come out to our facility, make sure that there's no child labor, make sure that the factory's clean. They have really, really high standards. So when we met them, when we met these standards, they were excited to take us on.
Earth Group also makes coffee and tea, and they are looking to open an Earth Cafe in Edmonton.
These days, convenience is everything, and this was very clear to the owner of a mobile barber shop. Rent can get very costly for those in downtown Edmonton, so Fatty Farhat has created a pop-up style shop for his business. Charging $21 for a cut, he parks in the heart of downtown, making it convenient for those who don't have much time.
It's like this, one therapy, one-on-one. One client, one barber. Keep the cost low.
Farhat takes walk-in clients all day, Monday through Friday, and can be found on the side of Rice Howard Way.
Edmonton celebrated the coming of the holiday season this weekend with the Santa Claus Parade of Lights. Children of all ages gathered in Churchill Square to take in the festivities. The event included games, a bonfire, and a sneak peek at the singing Christmas Tree Choir. Let's hang the wreath, deck the hall. The parade was a Yuletide treat for Edmontonians and included a wide range of participants, from the Grinch and elves to the Canadian military. This is the first time the parade was held, and sponsors are hoping to make it an annual event.
Well, I could use a quick trim from that mobile barber.
Yeah, you'll need to look good for that Grey Cup party this weekend. Kyle, you can fill us in on that.
That's right. I'll tell you everything you need to know about the Grey Cup and more in sports. Well, it's going to be a classic Grey Cup in the sense that there will be a team from the East and a team from the West in the final, as the Edmonton Eskimos lost to the Ottawa Redblacks last weekend. Calgary has won one and tied the other game in their 2 meetings this season. The Ottawa Redblacks will play the Calgary Stampeders Sunday, November 27th at 4:30 at BMO Field in Toronto. The high school football season is just about over, with the Northern Provincial Final happening last Saturday. The Bedfacey Falcons taking on the Notre Dame Cougars from Red Deer. The Cougars will get the ball and they'll look to put it in the air. Devin Disormu completes the pass to Peyton Larange. On the same drive, Disormu hands it off to Johan Smith, who runs it in for the touchdown. However, Facey gets the ball and marches it down the field twice for 2 field goals and take the lead 8-7. However, not too long after that, the Cougars are forced to punt the ball, and Jake Withrow will get the ball on the 5-yard line and look around for a hole, gets the blocks, and he will take it down the field for the touchdown, getting his team the momentum they need to win the game. Facey wins the game 33-13.
It was really just grinding out, feeling out for each other, and then Jake Withrow, busted out the one long punt return, and I think that just set it in stone for us.
The Bedfacey Falcons will take on the St. Francis Browns from Calgary on Saturday at Hillard Fields in Calgary for the Alberta Bowl Provincial Final. Well, it was a busy night on the court for the men's and women's volleyball teams as they played Saturday night. The 4th place women's Ooks in yellow taking on the 6th place Augustana Vikings, going straight to the second set. Ooks receiving the serve and put it up, looking like a good rally. Vikings about to capitalize. However, Kiana Ma cannot finish. Ooks still showing dominance in the second set. Alexis Anderson with the spike. Augustana not able to handle it. And Alexis Anderson with the last serve of the game. And Augustana can't handle it. Ooks will win the game. Ooks win it 3-9. They now look to take on Grand Prairie in Grand Prairie on November 25th. The men's Ooks also took on Augustana Vikings and are looking for a big W to get them into 3rd place. The first set was a close one, going back and forth. However, Ooks receiving the serve with the chance to win it. And they set it up for Spencer Fisher, who crushes the ball. Vikings not able to handle it. Ooks win the first set. Vikings with the serve. Ooks return it nicely and set it up for a good rally. However, Mitch Ludington tips it out of play.
Yeah, I feel like the first and second years are definitely more comfortable on the team. They're not as nervous every game. And they're definitely stepping up, and they know what they need to do to get it done. So, yeah, it's getting there.
The Ooks win it 3-0 and improve to 5-5 for the season, taking 3rd place in the rankings. And that's everything you need to know for your party, Dan.
Well, that high school football seems like it's also something to celebrate.
Thanks, Kyle. And thank you for watching 2nd Edition News and Sports.
Hello, welcome to Cooking with Ernest. I'm your host, Austin Patrick, and this is Chef Ben Weeks. Did you know in 1914, a man named Alfredo de Lillo created the Alfredo dish trying to impress his pregnant wife?
Oh, that's very cool. Today we're actually going to be making some Alfredo. So we're just going to start by melting a little bit of butter in a pan.
How much butter would you say to use in this pan?
There's about a tablespoon in there.
Okay.
Just want to give it enough that gives a little bit of flavor.
And what temperature would you say to start the pan at?
You want to use a very low heat, just so you don't brown the butter.
All right.
I'm going to add in some cream cheese here. You want to put it in chunks, just so then it melts a little bit easier.
How much cream cheese are we using here?
I got about 2 tablespoons here.
Okay. What proteins would you recommend to use in this dish?
A very popular protein would be your chicken. Shrimp is a good option. Pork would be another option. I wouldn't use beef in it, just because it would really conflict with the flavors.
Awesome.
Then we'll add in a little bit of rosemary.
All right. What is rosemary exactly?
Rosemary is actually a branch off a tree, and it gives it a really nice sort of Christmassy flavor.
That sounds delicious.
Then we'll start adding in our cream.
All right. How much cream would you say to use in this dish?
I have about a cup here. And then you just want to keep whisking, just make sure you don't get any lumps.
What is the best consistency for taste?
You want to have about a medium thickness. You don't want anything too thick, and you don't want anything too thin. Just enough that it covers the back of the spoon.
Right.
And then you just want to reduce it a little bit, so we'll turn up the temperature to about a medium heat.
All right. And is that about the highest you would say to keep it at?
Yeah, you don't want to go any higher, just because then you'll start burning the cream and the cheese.
Right.
Then I just got a little bit of Parmesan cheese here. We'll throw that in.
Wow, that looks delicious. If you would like to learn this recipe and more, visit natenewswatch.ca and hit the second edition tab. I'm Austin Patrick, and this is Chef Ben Weeks. Thanks for watching.